I am working on a book on Islam. We tend to, when we talk of Islam in India, we tend to talk of Shias of Lucknow and Sunnis at most of the other places. The idea through Islam, different strands of commonalities, is to bring about different approaches to one religion. How you can believe in one God and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ as his messenger, yet be totally different in your ways of life and in your way of arriving at a destination. We all know about Shias and Sunnis, but then there are different schools like Wahhabis, the Barelvis, the Deobandis. I'm trying to focus on all those different schools, how each one of them has a different way of prayer. Many of them have different mosques dedicated to their segment or to their sect, yet at the end of the day, all of them are Muslims and all of them live by the word of the Holy Quran. All of them derive their inspiration from the Holy Quran and the Hadith of Prophet Muhammad. Where their difference lies is in the interpretation. As famous writer Oscar Wilde also said, work is nothing, interpretation is everything. It's true for different schools of Islamic thought in India, and I guess it's about time when we stop painting the whole community with the same brush. Like for instance, a Muslim from Lucknow or Delhi may have quite a few things in common, but he may not have as many things in common with a Muslim from Chennai or Thiruvananthapuram beyond the fact that they share the same faith, because culture often overrides religion, and that is something we cannot ignore. I won't say divided, they are different hues of Islam. It's like a rainbow. They are different colors, but they are not divided, they are all together. It's the same thing. But I agree with you when you say the outside world tends to take the Muslim world or the Islamic world as a monolith, which I believe is a misnomer. As I said earlier, a Muslim in Chennai will probably be happier speaking in Tamil or English than he would be speaking in Arabic or Urdu. On the other hand, a Muslim in Delhi will speak Hindi or Urdu but not Tamil. But at the same time, all of them stay Muslim in the sense they all read the same religious book and all of them read it in Arabic. But unfortunately, most of the Indian Muslims do not understand Arabic. Thus, they have to take resort to some translation or the other according to the language of their convenience, and therein lies the root cause of differences. To a great extent, you are right. Islam in India has undergone what I would call a phenomenon of Indianization. It's not just the Persian effect, but it's also the effect of the Hindu civilization, the Indian civilization before the Muslims came here. Because you see a lot of dargah worship in Indian Islam, which is not the case when you go to Arab or to Europe or most parts of the world. This culture of Sufism is primarily limited to the subcontinent, though you'll find Strands in West Asia as well. But it's by and large an Indian peculiarity. And Indian Islam is definitely different and from the Islam practiced or preached by the Arabs or even by the First World. I started with some case studies, how one case study lends itself to a particular sect. Like a particular guy may come to a masjid where 50 other guys are praying together, but he will not join their prayer because he feels these guys belong to a different school, so I would say my own little private prayer in a public domain. Plenty. Like I have quoted one of my personal experiences. I am a Sunni and, okay, so to say, Deobandi, though I don't believe in those kind of nomenclatures. Once I had gone to a mosque in Delhi, it was time for Friday prayers. I heard the muezzin's call for prayer, that is the azan, and by the wind direction I reached the mosque to say my prayers, and I usually say my prayers without a cap, and there it created a big problem for the local residents who thought that I had basically made the masjid impure for them by praying with a bare head, and they were gunning for my life. I ran for my life from there. Most of the people do, and it's always preferable to offer prayer with a cap on, but it's not compulsory. There will be totally 27 chapters in the book. Yeah, we'll talk of different sects, like even within the Sunni school, as I told you, there are Barelvis, there are Wahhabis, and there are Deobandis, and then there are different smaller schools of Bengal Muslims, Assam Muslims, similarly Hyderabadi Muslims. There will be different sects, and when you go to Gujarat, you come across Menon community, Gujarat and Maharashtra, and then obviously they have Bohras as well, and you cannot discount them. No, it's far from academic. It's a serious work, but it is not academic. I think it is something which will interest a person who is interested in Islam, and you don't have to be a Muslim to read the book.